Welcome to Verizon Wireless. The number you dialed has been changed, disconnected, or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again. Announcement to switch 328-3.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to a cold Wyther Farm. It is midwinter, and midwinter has a hold on the area. It's a little chilly today, a little bit breezy, and it is snowing, but today is the day I get to sell the oat grain. Going for just a little over 700 pounds per 1,000 liters, so I'm ready to sell that. Just a little while ago, I've been texting Sherman for a while, and nothing's been happening. So I tried calling, and apparently the number is no longer in service. So I'm not sure what's up there. I would travel over to visit them, but I don't want to travel that far in the winter. And if they're not there, then I just got to turn around and come back. And if I get stuck by weather and the way the weather's looking, I don't want to get stuck over there. So now I think I'm just going to go ahead and work on the farm here. But today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a really good day. I don't know how much we're going to get for all the oats. I gotta go down the road. We're going down to, oddly enough, Alien Grains, which is on the other side of the field that we harvested of the oats. So I got a lot to sell. I got 158,000 liters of oats to sell, and it's going for $707 per, like I said. So hopefully the TA is warm enough, and we'll get on going here. I don't know, like I said, how much we're going to get in total, but we shall see here. Might not be good trying to do this with the snow in here. It may not allow me to fill it on up, or will it? It will. I didn't know if a little bit of snow in there is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's going to allow me to fill on up. So all that hard work during the summer is finally going to pay off, and I'm excited for spring and next season to get here, because the field that we bought last fall, we harvested the soybeans out of there. One, I'll be able to sell the soybeans when summer comes, but we're going to plant some grass in that first thing in the spring, and we're going to have 2 grass fields going. That's going to be a nice sized field. And hopefully if everything goes well, I can harvest them 3 times. And like I said, I think every time we harvest, we'll probably, I'm guessing now, we're just guessing, probably going to get somewhere in the vicinity of like maybe 80 to 100,000 pounds every time I do a silage run. So that's going to pay off quite a bit. The money we're going to get today, a little bit's going to go towards the loan, not a whole lot. Originally I wanted to, but I do have to buy the baler. The baler is ready for us at the store. The store knows that. I already called them and said, look, I should be getting the money today / tomorrow. And they said, well, come over and sign if you don't have the money. Just take it, and I can pay them tomorrow on it. So should be getting the baler that I've been using quite a bit. It's going to come in really handy, not having to lease it every time when we harvest this big field to our right. And of course, with the grass bales, just makes our life a little bit easier. The other one wasn't bad that we had, just that you had to, when you baled it, you had to stop, unload it. The one that we've been using and leasing, the Coon, just roll on out. It doesn't matter. Just keep on rolling, and the bales spit out the back, and you're good to go. Going to try to take it a little bit slow today, delivering all this oat grain, because, well, the roads are covered in snow, so it's a little bit slippery out. So I just got to be careful about it. Make sure we can turn and everything. You think, well, the weight I got on the TA and the grain trailer should be good to go. Not turning there. So I am a little concerned about Sherman and Mr. Withers, what's going on there, but I'll try to figure out a different day. I just don't know where to even start right now. So how much am I going to get per trailer load? We're sitting at about 14,000 pounds. It's going to take about 4 trips, I think. This is trip number 1. Already it's looking really, really good. Perfect. Just shy of 28 grand. Well, I got a few more trips to go. And then I'll unhook the trailer and head up to the store, sign some papers, and bond myself that used baler that the store has us waiting for us. Last trailer load headed on down to Alien Grains. I kind of forgot. I thought this was a 40,000 liter trailer, but it's just shy of that. So I do have a little bit of oats left in the silo, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's not worth my trip. I'll probably spend more in diesel fuel than I will to earn than bring down the last 1,000 liters of oat grain on down here, so I'm not going to even bother. We'll keep it for another time. It's good for a little while, but meanwhile, we're just shy of 100,000 pounds in the bank account, which is nice to see finally. But we're going to be spending that cash here pretty darn soon. That baler is 70,000 pounds. A brand new one would cost 100,000, but I don't want. I'd rather just buy used if I can. I'm a pretty good mechanic, so I think I can go ahead and fix it on up if it needs anything fixing, and clean it on up as best as I can. And it's going to do what we need to do. It's going to be really, really good this summer. I don't know. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is the mower I have might be a little bit on the small side for the amount of grass fields I have to. Well, I won't say the amount of grass fields. I got 2 grass fields, but the one we're going to be planting in the spring is going to be a decent sized one for just a. I think that's a 4-meter wide mower. But we'll have to make do. This year I want to get the farm out of the bank's hands in a way, because I do owe almost 200,000 pounds still on the loan. The bank does know that I do plan on paying off the loan by the end of next season. So yeah, originally they kind of wanted a lot of money this year, and I said, look, if I can get by one more year, and the bank was kind enough to say, all right, we understand your situation. They came out, looked at my plans, and said, yeah, we can do that one more year. But I do have to pay off some of this loan today, just to give myself a little leeway. I don't want to pay off, because right now, you know, after paying off 70,000 pounds for the baler, it's going to leave me like 50,000 pounds. I'll probably give the bank maybe half of what I got left, so like 25,000 pounds. The other 25,000 pounds I'm going to need to keep for the springtime, because I got to lease a drill to plant some grass seed in, and of course I got to spread some lime and fertilizer down on the grass fields, and of course got to plant the big field as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a struggle in the springtime doing it that way. And then once the first time the grass gets cut, that'll be good, because, well, we'll be bringing a lot of silage over here to the PGA. But now I got to go drop off this trailer, heading up to the store and get the baler. Let's roll on into the store, and I do not see my baler anywhere. Well, I shouldn't say it's my baler. I haven't bought it yet. I'm going to leave this tractor running. It's got enough diesel fuel into it. On into the store, and leaving the doors wide open in the middle of winter. All right. Well, maybe I should have left the tractor running after 45 minutes of paperwork. Yep, they brought the baler out. I had to transfer my money on over. We are good to go. So this baler that we've used the last couple of years, that maybe most people have maybe leased from this dealership, is now actually ours. Probably give it a once over in the springtime. Store says they have, but you never know. Let's attach that. Alright, bring it back to the shop. Park it in there for today. I don't really feel like working outside in the garage when it's only 23 degrees out. Probably wait until the springtime where it's a little bit warmer. But I'll have other priorities to do once spring gets here. So it's really nice having the silo at the farm. Just thinking back in the summertime when we did the harvest, if I harvested the field and had to sell the grain that day, I think the price back then was like $400 to $500, so we'll just say like $450 per 1,000. Now being able to sell for $700, so 250 pounds more per 1,000 than if I were to sell in the summertime. That silo, yes, I had initially, not bad, 50,000 pounds for that silo. Haven't got my money back on it yet, but over time, definitely worth it having here on the farm. But now we got ourselves a baler, which is going to make work a little bit easier during the summertime for doing grass and baling on our cereal crop field. Now it's just a matter of waiting out winter and waiting for spring to arrive. There we go, park it right in the back. Should need it for a while. And the T8 is done there. Now I'm going to go sit inside the house. Just stay warm, maybe have a cup of coffee. And of course transfer, let's see, if I transfer over, I think 30,000 pounds I'll transfer over. That'll leave me 25,000 pounds if I need to reborrow it back in the spring. Maybe so, but that'll leave me 25,000 pounds. So hopefully when spring comes here, after paying off some loan interest through the winter and early spring. Yeah, I think I'll do that. See how it goes. This weather is just a little bit better, that's for darn sure. Got the seed out here, so that's ready to go. I just got a call from the store. The drill is now available. Someone was using it actually this morning, and they returned it. And what we're going to do with it today, at least in the afternoon hours, is get the grass seed planted over here because I need to get the grass field up and going. Our grass field over here, well, that grass is still growing like it has been for a couple years now. I do need to get lime and fertilizer on that, and I hope to take care of that after I see that field to get up and going. I am going to be able to keep the seeder overnight because I'm going to need it probably tomorrow. I'm waiting for the ground temperature to rise up a little bit so I can plant some wheat. But we made it through winter pretty darn good, money-wise. I did pay off about 30,000 pounds on the loan, so that's going to give me a little bit of leeway in case I need some cash, and I probably will once it comes down to buying lime, fertilizer. Probably going to need some seed. I think the seed I got today is enough for the grass field. At least I hope it is. But when tomorrow comes and I need to plant the wheat in, well, probably going to need a little bit more than what I already have currently. But time to get up to the store and grab the drill, come on down, top it off with the seed that I do have. Like I said, hopefully it's enough. And then I'll be able to go ahead and plant all the grass and then just wait until tomorrow. And yeah, we'll probably get that other field planted tomorrow. Now I may, this afternoon, depending how long this takes, I may go ahead and grab my spreader and spread some lime down and some fertilizer on the grass fields. That way they're ready to go when it's time to cut, probably next month or so, sometime around then. But priorities first. You got to get the grass seeded so it can start growing. Ground temperature definitely is warm enough. I could have maybe done it yesterday, but it was kind of questionable. Grass seed really looks for, like, I think it says 37. Today it's 39, but the way the temperatures have been, I think I'm going to be more than good and ready to go here. So let's go ahead and get this back to the shop, put the grass seed into it, and start planting some grass. Seeder all set, out, folded, down, and we are planting some beautiful, beautiful grass seed. So hopefully it'll germinate within a day or so. Grass seed tends to grow rather quickly and germinate. I don't think I've had many issues with it where we get dead spots, if any. But hopefully in a couple months' time here, have nice long grass. Cut it on up, make some silage bales, and bring it on over to the BGA, and then the farm can really start making some cash. Now, I will have to lease a wrapper, because I don't have a wrapper, and, well, the baling trailer. The baling trailer I may end up buying here, because now that's something, now that we got a square baler, and I'm going to be pretty set on that. Might as well go ahead and get the trailer. The trailer is not that expensive, and I'm going to be using it quite a bit. I think last year I probably paid pretty close to 5,000 pounds in leasing fees for the year, which is not bad considering how many times, how much I made on straw bales, and how many times, how much money I made on silage bales. So I definitely made money even though I was leasing it, but I'd rather just have it on my own. That way I don't have to worry about the store maybe not having it at one point. You know, there could be a point in time where I call up and say, hey, I need to lease the baling trailer. I'm like, well, it's not here. Someone else has it. And then I'm up the creek without a paddle. So I don't want that to happen to us. And it's not that expensive, so we'll go ahead and do that. So this should be the only time I need this drill for this year. I'm going to just plant grass in this field as we know. And like I said, we're going to plant wheat in the big field. I'm kind of have a plan of maybe getting some chickens maybe sometime by the end of fall when harvest happens. That way I'll have wheat grain to give them. And then little by little they'll reproduce and we'll start selling some eggs as well, which would be kind of nice. I really don't have a way to transport the eggs right now, but I'm not going to worry about that as of yet. There's just a little bit of things to think about. First off, I got to figure out how I'm going to do it all. I don't really have a coop that I picked out yet at the store. I've seen a lot of options, but I don't know what's best going to fit the farm here yet. But really, like I said, this year I hope the farm, I don't want to say the farm's going to transform a lot, but definitely money-wise, I'll be in a much better situation. I mean, buying equipment that I don't have, and now that I have, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Buying a wrapper, that is kind of expensive, so I may just keep on leasing that. A windrower would not be a bad thing, but little by little, I gotta see how it goes, because the main thing I definitely gotta try to do is pay off that loan, so I'm gonna be really focused on that. Just another 165,000 pounds, that's all I need. Like I said, right now it sounds like a lot compared to what I've been making for the past few years, but this field right here, being able to buy it last fall with the soybeans, and now transform it to grass, and just be able to make that much more selling silage later on, is going to be sweet. I should also mention though, in between winter and spring, I did go to the store a couple times and just asked if anyone's ever heard from the Douglases at Sherman, or, well, we still call him Mr. Withers, even though now we know his last name is Douglas. But yeah, I said I've been trying to call Sherman, and it says the number's been disconnected. And really, after they left the area, not many people have stayed in contact with them other than myself. So mostly people were coming to me to find out about things about them, and so no one knows anything. And also the same could be said for Mr. Who, which we've done some work for before. His farm seems to be pretty vacant, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there at all. If anything, some people think maybe he just got up and left. So it just seems to me kind of weird that Mr. Who disappeared. Why I say he disappeared, I mean, no one knows where he is. And now Sherman and Mr. Withers, I don't know. Like I said, I thought about traveling over there, but I don't want to get all the way over there and, you know, no one's there or what have you. But I definitely want to go in the winter, because if the weather got bad, I wouldn't have a place to stay. I mean, I could have stayed at a hotel over there or something, but I just want to make sure if I go over, I can get back. So maybe once things settle down here at the farm in between spring and summer, maybe I'll take a trip over there and see what's going on. But I don't know. I just want to see how things were going. And as far as I've been told, the farm is still not sold. If it has been sold, no one has seen or heard anything from the owners at all. So, as far as we know, still owned by the Douglases. Not too sure. A lot of mysteries seem to be going on here. I was thinking, though, about a drill for the farm in the future. If I keep this as a grass field for a little while, I'll just have one field to plant, and really, I don't think buying a drill, I think when I asked the store, this particular drill here is like 80 grand. Which seems kind of weird that the baler used was almost as much as this drill is new. I think if I were to get a drill, I'd probably get a new one, because I asked about this used one, and it really wasn't much of a price difference. So I was like, okay, I might as well just go ahead and get a new one at that rate. But if I were to buy one for the farm, I'd probably get one that's a little bit bigger. I mean, this one here is doing fine, but I think if I go a little bit bigger on the drill, the only issue I may have is this T8 that I currently have may not have the juice in order to pull it. But this one's overall is not bad at all. I do kind of like it. Just that when I'm doing the big field, it does take quite a while to do so. I'm actually thinking though, originally I thought for the chickens, I was going to put the chickens over there by the silo, but I may actually steal some space from this field here. I'm trying to draw a picture in my head how I want the yard to look, and once I put things down and build them, it's not cheap to go ahead and tear them down and rebuild them somewhere else. Another shed would be kind of nice to have. I mean, the current shed I got now is serving its purpose. It's that the problem with a big shed, and you got a lot of small equipment, which I currently do have, you put stuff in front of other things. It always seems to be the thing I need is always buried way back behind everything else. I say everything else like I own a lot of stuff, which I currently don't, but it'd just be more nice if I had a shed that had like individual bays so I can park like the tractor, the trailer, things like that. But that's kind of like I said, I'm kind of thinking that'll be like next year's things. This year's things, most of the money the farm's going to earn, like I said, is going towards the loan. I kind of forgot how much soybean I got off this field, but the soybean should sell for a pretty darn good price. And that will happen in early summer, so not too long off from now. But looking back at the oats that I sold during the winter, that was 100,000 pounds worth of oats that we sold. So that was pretty good. And then I'm sure I remember last summer, but that straw that we sold off that field was pretty close to 50,000 pounds. So 150,000 pound harvest off that field last year, which is pretty darn good considering I bought the field a couple years ago for 80,000 pounds. Now, of course, you take out what the cost is for leasing equipment that I used on the field, and of course for lime, fertilizer, seed. Still, I'm not going to complain. How can you complain on that? That's just making a lot of money off that field. Now this field here, yeah, we got the soybeans off it. I'm interested to see how much I get for the soybeans this summer. I paid about 80,000 pounds for this field, and this field here, I only fertilized it, I think I only fertilized it once last summer for the farmers. So yeah, I didn't own this field. We bought it just before harvest. So the field definitely needed to be plowed, so I probably lost some yield on it then. But now this field is going to definitely pay off for us this season. I'm just picturing the grass field that we currently have, and I get like 30,000 pounds worth of silage off that. This field here, I want to say it's going to be double the size. So this field might yield 60,000 pounds worth of silage, and that's not, 30, so that's 90,000 pounds. Been over this before, so I just want to round up to 100,000 pounds every time we harvest the grass off these fields. I just hope we don't have, one year I had bad weather, or no, it wasn't bad weather, it was I needed the money, so I had to harvest one of the fields soon. So I hope I don't run into that situation. I want to get that situation really badly to where I'm not that desperate for money. And I think, like I said, this is going to be the year that we do so. Getting kind of close to finishing this field and getting kind of close to running out of seed at the same time. I hope I got enough grass seed to finish this up. I don't want to have to go buy just a little bit of grass seed. I will make a trip to the store probably to top it off with some wheat grain for tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow the ground temperature is at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or a little bit warmer. I prefer a little bit warmer, but I mean, I expect the temperatures, look at the forecast, not to get too cold, so it should be okay ground temperature wise. And once I get all the fields set with fertilizer, lime, if it needs it, I don't know if the cereal crop field needs lime or not, then I can go around and repair all my vehicles, get them tuned up for the year, which seems kind of weird since the year's already started. I'm just saving my money because I don't want to have to borrow any more money back from the bank after I paid off 30,000 pounds this past winter. I like to to keep it paid off and not have to borrow anymore, and just bring in the cash and use it when I need it. Use what I have when I need it is what I want to say. Lime is not that expensive, so liming the 2 grass fields is not going to be too expensive. The fertilizer for all the fields, that can get expensive, so depending how fast this grass grows and I can harvest it, I might be able to just fertilize maybe the grass fields and then hold off on the wheat field. I guess I'm going to call it the wheat field this year because that's what I'm going to be planting. If I can hold off on fertilizing that, then maybe I won't have to spend so much on fertilizer, but I'll see how it goes. The one thing I do need to do, and maybe even by the end of today, is head down to the store. I guess I can make a trip down to the store. I need some grub for the house so I can have a nice meal. But I do need to top this off with some diesel fuel for sure. I think definitely now, looking at what I got left in the tank for grain, or not grain, but the grass seed, definitely got enough to finish this off. So that's not a problem. So now I just got to sit back and wait, which is sometimes the hard part to do when you're waiting for the money to come in. But I'm definitely looking forward to the first grass harvest. I will say though, for as long as it took me to seed this field, that mower, yeah, it's not going to be, it used to be when I did that one grass field on the other side, I could get that done really quick, windrow it, and I can take care of that field in a couple hours. This field's going to add, well, like I said, it's about twice as big, so it's definitely going to be an all-day job to do both fields, mowing, windrowing. And the problem with the grass is if I'm too slow on it, the grass could dry up and eventually turn to hay, and then I can't make silage out of it. So I got to be careful. I actually want to pick a day to mow the grass when it's not windy or sunny. A rainy day may not be too bad, but then again, when it rains, yeah, a little bit of decomposure in the grass. But I'm going to go ahead and park this right over here. Like I said, I may get some fertilizing / lime spreading done today. And then tomorrow, we'll be seeding the big field. Do I have any more bags of lime? And I got no lime, no fertilizer. I got nothing. I don't know what's in here. Looking through the peepholes here, I see nothing. It looks completely empty. If there's anything in there, it's not much, and probably be good to get rid of it because it's been sitting there all winter, so it's probably gotten frozen. Maybe moisture built up in there, and it's probably all caked together and locked in. But the good news is one grass field is planted. This grass over here is still looking pretty good. If I come over here, yeah, the pH value is going to look good in some areas, but I did a little bit of line spreading last year, and then when I get towards the middle of the field, it's got a little bit of problems, and definitely needs some fertilizer down. But yeah, everything is looking good. Looking good. We got a little bit of a space in the bank if I do need to borrow some cash. It's not too bad. I don't want to do that. Hopefully we don't have to do that. But this is the year. I'm thinking now with 2 grass fields and, of course, our cereal crop field, the bank loan will be a thing of the past, and I can slowly maybe upgrade some of the stuff in here. We got ourselves our new coop. Well, I say it's new. It's the one we've been using, so it's used. Just got to fix it on up, maybe wash it on up. Eventually probably get rid of this mower here just because, yeah, if I'm going to keep that a grass field over there, this is going to just cut into my time. I have no problem with the combine harvester that we have. That's all good. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, one thing I want to check. How much soybean do I have? 33,000. So that's like, it's going to be, what did it sell for last year? That is the question. What was a good price last year? Okay, so I might be able to get 40,000 pounds from the soybeans. What day? What was that like? That's like it's like midsummer. Midsummer. That's 40,000 pounds. All right, and how much? How much is that trailer? Hang on a second. That's where is that trailer? All right, so a brand new one is 60. That's more expensive than I thought it was. The one at the store would be used, so now it's 41,000. Alright, so that's more expensive than I thought it was. Way more expensive than I thought it was. So basically the soybeans could pay for the baling trailer. I'll have to think about it this year. Have to see how the loan payments go here. Like I said, I want to get rid of that loan ASAP. So yeah, in the fall, we actually could have a chicken coop down here because we can get the chickens started. Because we'll have a whole bunch of wheat over there. I kind of want the chickens somewhat close. We'll have to see. I'm not too sure. I thought about putting it in this corner here. I wanted to keep them away from the road because the chickens will be wandering around. Don't want to get them run over. And maybe cut down the hedgerow over here so the chickens can wander over into the grass field. Because the chickens will eat all the bugs and stuff out of the grass. And that will help our grass growing a little bit. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach the spreader on the back of the T8. Probably head on down to the store first to see Sally, and I'll top off the T8 with some diesel fuel. Then I'll head on down, and I'll probably put lime in it first, and put some lime down in the grass fields. But first things first, I got to go in and use the facilities inside the cabin.